homogeneous DE using variation of parameters. Okay, so part 2 na ito for this topic, solving non-homogeneous DE using variation of parameters. Kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yung part 1, ililink ko na lang sa description para ma-check nyo muna. Maganda, mapanood nyo muna yon para meron na kayong concept dito sa topic variation of parameters. Kasi doon ko yung okay. For problem number 4, solve the differential equation t squared plus 1 y is equal to tan x. Okay, so meron nga tayong non-homogeneous DE of the form f of dy is equal to r of x. So yung f of d natin is itong nakatabi kay y, d squared plus 1. Tapos itong r of x is tan x. So, hindi ito pwedeng gamitan ng method sa undetermined coefficient. Okay? Kasi tan x yung nasa right side. So, gagamitan natin ngayon ng variation of parameters. So, ang general solution palagi ng non-homogeneous DE is y is equal to yc plus yp. Right? So, hanapin muna natin si yc. For yc, ito yung general solution ng homogeneous DE part. Bale, equate natin tong d squared plus 1y to 0 muna. Okay? And then, solve natin yung general solution nito. So, paano i-solve ang homogeneous DE? Kapag naka-equate tayo sa 0, homogeneous DE na yan, di ba? Auxiliary equation, AE. F of m is equal to 0. So, papalitan natin yung capital D sa f of d ng m. Bale, magiging m squared plus 1 is equal to 0. Then, solve for the roots. So, transpose natin si positive 1 sa kanan. M squared is negative 1. And then, get the square root of both sides. So, square root ng m squared, m. Equal, so lalagyan ito ng plus minus kasi 2 roots dapat. Square root ng negative 1, that's I. So, paano yung natin, yung form ng general solution kapag ang roots ng auxiliary equation is complex conjugate? Diba, given complex conjugate roots na m is equal to a plus minus bi, so kung ipapattern natin dito, wala kasi tayong real part. Lagyan nyo ng placeholder ito na 0 for a, then plus minus I. So, yung a natin is 0, and then yung b natin is yung coefficient ng I, which is 1. So, therefore, kapag complex conjugate roots, base sa naturo ko sa solving homogeneous DE, so panoorin nyo na lang kung gusto nyo i-recall, nakalink sa description, ang YC natin is C1 e to the AX cosine BX plus C2 e to the AX sine BX. So, laging in pair yung cosine and sine times e to the AX. So, palitan natin ngayon yung value. So, C1 e to the A, 0, X, cosine B, 1, X, plus C2 e to the A, 0x, sine B, 1x. Tapos, itong mga e to the 0x, di ba 1 lang yan? So, YC is equal to C1 cosine 1x or x na lang, plus C2, mga 1 na lang yung e to the 0x, hindi ko na sinulat, C2 sine x. So, ito na yung YC. Di ba? Kapag meron ka ng YC, pwede na nating mahanap yung form ng YP. Using the methods of variation of parameters, base sa naturo ko sa part 1, ang YP natin will be U1, Y1, plus U2, Y2. So, yung U1 and U2 dito, hindi yan constant. Parang C1, C2, hindi yan arbitrary constant, but function of X, the independent variable. Tapos yung Y1, Y2, ito yung mga cosine x and sine x, di ba? So, bahala kayo kung anong gusto nyong i-let y1 or i-let y2. Sige, ito na lang si y1, si cosine x, tapos ito si y2, si sine x. So, y1 is cosine x and y2 is sine x. Tapos, kailangang mahanap yung function u1 and u2 as a function of x yan, di ba? Paano uli yung gagamitin nating simultaneous equation? Okay, so ito, kapag second order lang tayo, n is 2, since yung highest derivative natin is 2, second order lang tayo, di ba? D squared. So, ganito lang siya, yung simultaneous equation to solve for u. So, in terms of u prime muna yan, di ba? So, y1, u1 prime plus y2, u2 prime is equal to 0. And then, y1 prime, u1 prime, plus y2 prime, u2 prime is equal to r of x. Okay? So, ito yung isosolve nating system of equations para ma-solve yung u1 tsaka u2 prime. Sige, so, i-plug in ngayon natin. So, meron na tayong y1 tsaka y2. Pwede nyo nang i-substitute cosine x si y1 times u1 prime, y2 is sine x, substitute, times u2 prime is equal to 0. Tapos, y sub 1 prime. So, ibig sabihin, i-derivative niyo yung y1 na cosine. Ang derivative ng cosine, negative sine x. Okay, times u1 prime plus y2 prime. So, derivative naman ng sine, kasi yan yung y2 natin, cosine x, positive. Times u sub 2 prime is equal, ano yung r of x? Yung r of x is the tan x. Diba? So, r of x is tan x. And then, pwede nyo tong isulat in terms of matrix form. In terms of matrix, so meron tayong coefficient matrix. Etong mga coefficient ng u1 prime tsaka u2 prime. Bale, cosine x, sine x, negative sine x, cosine x. Sige. Cosine x, sine x, negative sine x, cosine x. And then, times yung unknown na dalawa, u1 prime, u2 prime. Equals to the right side, yung 0 tan x. Yan. So, kung meron ka ng matrix form netong system of equation, mas madali mo nang ma-solve to using Cramer's rule. Using Cramer's rule, bale yung u1 prime is equal to, so yung denominator, lagi yan yung determinants ng coefficient matrix. Or ito yung Wronskian, di ba? So, na-discuss ko sa part 1. So, determinant nung denominator. Tapos, sa numerator, copy ko lang muna itong same sa denominator na determinants. Pero, by Cramer's rule, ang ginagawa, kung hinahanap nyo si u1 prime, kasi yung column for, the first column corresponds for u1 prime, papalitan nyo tong entries nitong column vector dito sa right side, yung 0 tan x. Okay, so papalitan nyo ng 0 tan x. Diba ganun yung Cramer's rule? Yan. So ito ngayon yung value ng u1 prime. Sige, mamaya isa-solve natin yan. Kuhain ko muna si u2 prime. Then, so kapag u sub 2 prime, so palagi, constant lang din yung denominator, same sa u1 prime, yan yung determinant ng coefficient matrix or yung Wronskian. So palaging common ang denominator. So sa numerator naman niya, copy ko itong determinants ng denominator. Pero this time, papalitan natin yung column 2 nung entries na 0 tan x. Kasi yung column 2 is para sa u2 prime, di ba? So, papalitan natin to ng 0 tan x. And then, ayan na, pwede na natin i-evaluate yung mga determinants. So for u1 prime muna tayo. Ang expression natin for u1 prime is ito. So paano mag-evaluate ng 2x2 determinants? Diba? Given any 2x2 determinants with entries A, B, C, D, ang determinant lang yan is product nito minus product nito. Okay? So applying that here, product nito, so 0 times cosine x, 0 pa rin yun, minus product nito, sin x times tan x, over, so again, 2x2 determinant, product nito, cosine squared x bale, cosine x times cosine x, then minus product nito, negative sin x times sin x, negative sin squared x. So, bale, ito magiging 0 minus negative sin x tan x, negative sin x tan x na lang. Etong tan x, try kong gawin siyang cosine x over sin x. Ay, hindi, baliktad pala ako, sorry. Sin x over cosine x. Okay? Identity. Tapos, over cosine squared x, negative of negative sin squared x, magiging positive sin squared x. So, ito, magiging ito, negative sin x times sin x, negative sin squared x over cosine x. Then, divided by, di ba, by Pythagorean identity, itong cosine squared x plus sin squared x ay 1. So, ano lang natira? Negative sin squared x over cosine x. Okay? Tapos, ito na yung value ng u1 prime. Equate natin sa left side kay u1 prime. So, ang kailangan natin is u1. I-undo natin yung prime niya or yung first derivative by integrating both sides with respect to x. So, kapag in-integrate mo yung first derivative, maa-undo yung first derivative. Mawawala na yung prime, magiging u1 na siya. Kasi inverse operation yung integral tsaka derivatives, right? Tapos, the problem na lang is how to evaluate the integral ng negative sin squared x over cosine x. O, try ko tong gawin kasi yung, so, labas ko yung negative kasi constant lang siya. Tapos gawin ko tong in terms of cosine squared kasi nga by Pythagorean theorem kanina, 'di ba itong cosine squared x plus sin squared x is equal to 1. Okay? Pag sinolve natin si sin squared x, transpose ko si cosine squared x sa kanan, sin squared x is 1 minus cosine squared x. So, papalitan ko itong sin squared x ng 1 minus cosine squared x. So, try lang natin. Over cosine x. Tapos, distribute natin yung cosine x. Divide. 1 over cosine x minus cosine squared x over cosine x dx. Negative integral. May identity tayo for 1 over cosine x which is reciprocal identity secant x. Tapos ito, makakancel niya lang tong isang cosine x na lang siya. Dx. So, diba integrable na to, pareho. So, i-distribute nyo na lang yung negative integral tsaka yung dx. Magiging negative integral ng secant x dx. Then, negative times negative, positive integral ng cosine x dx. So, ano ngayon ang integral ng negative integral ng secant x dx? Standard na yan. Ln ng secant x plus tan x plus integral ng cosine x, positive sin x. So, ito ngayon yung u1. Okay? So, wag nyo nang lalagyan ng plus c kasi yung mga constant natin is nandun na sa complementary solution, right? Doon na sa yc. Okay? So, may u1 na tayo. Next, so si U2 naman, for U sub 2 prime. So, balikan natin yung na-derive na expression for U sub 2 prime. Ito. Copy natin. So, evaluate uli natin yung determinants. So, for the numerator, so, product nito, bale, cosine x, tan x, minus product nito. Times 0 yung isa, so 0 pa rin to, kahit i-times mo sa any function. Over, so alam na natin to, kasi same determinants lang yung denominator, diba? Kanina, equal yan sa 1. Diba? Sa 1 yung determinant ng denominator. So, copy nyo na lang yung 1. Bale, magiging, ano ba yung cosine x times sine x? Cosine x times identity for tan x is sine x over cosine x. So, over 1, wala na yon, di ba? Makakancel nyo si cosine x, matitira si sine x. So, ito ngayon yung u sub 2 prime. Okay? So, ngayon, para ma-undo yung first derivative or yung prime ni u2, i-integrate natin both sides. Okay? With respect to x. So, u sub 2 prime, pag in-integrate mo, u sub 2 na lang. Mawawala na yung prime niya or yung first derivative. Ano naman ang integral ng sine x? So, standard lang ito, negative cosine x. Okay, huwag nyo nang lalagyan ng plus c. Okay, ulit. Yan, so kung meron na tayong u1, y2, u1, u2, makukuha na natin yung yp. Remember, yung yp is u1, y1 plus u2, y2. So, ano si U1? Substitute natin. Negative ln secant x plus tan x plus sin x. So, negative ln secant x plus tan x plus sin x. Right? Tapos, ita-times natin kay y1. Ano nga uli si y1? Balikan lang natin. Okay, ito. Si y1 is cosine x. Copy ko na rin to. Si y2 is sin x. Yan. So, yp is equal to u1, ito, times y1. So, quantity times cosine x yung y1. Plus u2, which is negative cosine x. Times y2, which is sin x. Yan. And then, simplify lang natin. Bale, didistribute ko si cosine x. Bale, negative cosine x times ln secant x plus tan x. And then, sin x times cosine x, sin x cosine x. Then, plus negative cosine x times sin x. So, negative sin x cosine x. Right? So, meron ba tayong masisimplify, mako-combine? Ito, makakancel si positive sin x cosine x minus sin x cosine x. So, ang natira na lang na yp is negative cosine x ln ng secant x plus tan x. So, yan yung yp. So, kapag may yp na tayo, makukuha na natin yung general solution ng non-homogeneous DE. Ano? Y is YC plus YP. Palagi yan. So, Y is, ano si YC? So, si YC, balikan natin yung nakuhang YC. Ito. So, C1 cosine x plus C2 sin x. And then, plus the YP. YP natin is ito. So, negative cosine x ln of secant x plus tan x. Okay, so this is, urong nga natin. Urong ko lang para mas malinaw. Plus tan x yan. So, this is the general solution. y is equal to C1 cosine x plus C2 sine x minus cosine x ln of secant x plus tan x. Okay, so this is problem number, anong problem na to? 4. Yeah, problem number 5. For problem number 5, what if d squared plus 1 y is equal to secant squared x cosecant x. Yan. Again, so non-homogeneous DE takes the form f of dy r equals r of x. So ano si f of d natin? F of d is d squared plus 1. So same lang to sa kanina, oh. 'Di ba? Yung left side is d squared plus 1y. 'Di ba? Naiba lang yung r of x. Yung r of x natin this time is ito. Secant squared x cosecant x. Again, so for the general solution, y is equal to yc plus yp. So for yp, yc pala muna. For yc, so dahil nga same lang tayo, 'di ba same lang tayo ng left side kanina dun sa number 4? So d squared plus 1y is equal to 0. Eh the same na lang din yung yc natin, wag na nating i-solve, 'di ba? So balikan niyo na lang yung explanation ko kanina. Bale, same as number 4. Ano yung yc kanina sa number 4? Kapareho lang kasi, 'di ba? C1 cosine x plus C2 sine x. Yan. 'Di ba? Yan, so same lang. Tinamad din, no? Yan. So yc is C1 cosine x plus C2 sine x. Next, for yp na tayo. Ito sa yp, may iba na yan kasi iba na yung ating r of x yung right side. Pero same concept, using variation of parameters, yp will still be u1 y1 plus u2 y2. Again, yung u1 y1 ay u2 y1 u1 u2 mga function of x yan. Tapos yung y1 y2, ito yon. Okay? Mamili kayo kung anong gusto nyong ilet y1 at ilet y2. Sige, ito na lang si y1 cosine x at ito na lang si y2 sine x. So, let y1 is equal to cosine x and y2 is sine x. Tapos, hanapin natin yung u1 prime and u2 prime. Dahil second degree pa rin naman tayo, n is 2, highest derivative is 2 kasi naka-d squared tayo. Yung same set of simultaneous equation pa rin kanina. Diba ano yun? y1, u1 prime plus y2, u2 prime is equal to 0. y1 prime, u1 prime plus y2 prime, u2 prime is equal to r of x. Yan pa rin. So, i-substitute natin ngayon. So, si y1 cosine x times u1 prime plus y2 sine x times u2 prime equals 0. Tapos y1 prime. So, i-derivative natin si y1 na cosine. Derivative ng cosine, negative sine x times u1 prime. Plus y2 prime. So, derivative naman ng y2 na sine, derivative ng sine x is positive cosine x times u2 prime equals r of x, which is, ano si r of x kanina? Secant squared x cosecant x. Secant squared x cosecant x. So, substitute natin dito sa r of x, secant squared x cosecant x. Tapos, in matrix form, okay, coefficient matrix, yung coefficients ng u1 prime, u2 prime, cosine x, sin x, negative sin x, cosine x. So, same lang sa kanina, di ba? Cosine x, sin x, negative sin x, cosine x, times yung unknown, u1 prime, u2 prime, equals yung function sa right side, medyo mahaba to. Urong ko. Habaan natin. 0, and then secant squared x cosecant x. So, kapag may matrix form na tayo, pwede na natin gamitin yung Cramer's rule to find u1 prime and u2 prime. So, for u1 prime, so same lang din. Denominator, constant yon, same, pareho kay u1 prime tsaka u2 prime. Determinant ng coefficient matrix or yung Wronskian ng y1 tsaka y2. Tapos yung numerator, copy ko to, yung determinant ng denominator. Pero anong gagawin uli? Papalitan natin yung entry sa column 1. Papalitan natin to, neto. 0, secant squared x, cosecant x. Okay, yan si u1 prime. Next, for u2 prime, so same denominator uli. Ito. Tapos sa numerator, copy ko muna uli itong same denominator. Pero, this time, papalitan naman natin yung entries ng column 2. Netong, 0, secant squared x cosecant x. Urong natin. Okay, saka natin ngayon evaluate yung mga determinants. So, for u1 prime muna tayo. Ito yung expression natin for u1 prime. Copy. So, determinant ng numerator. Product muna nito. Times 0 siya. So, 0 pa rin yun. Tapos, minus product nito. Sin x times secant squared x cosecant x. Okay? Divided by, ito parang yung kanina na lang din, di ba? 1 yan. Sige, pakita ulit natin. Product nito, cosine x times cosine x cosine squared x minus sin x times negative sin x negative sin squared x. Okay, so anong matitira dito? Sa numerator, negative, di ba yung sin x times cosecant x? Kasi yung cosecant x is 1 over sin x, di ba? Tapos, times secant squared x. Hindi makakancel nyo yan. Ang natira is si negative secant squared x na lang. Tapos ito, cosine squared x. So, negative times negative sin squared x, positive sin squared. Di ba 1 lang din naman talaga yung kanina? Cosine squared x plus sin squared x is 1. So, matitira is negative secant squared x over 1 or simply negative secant squared x. So, ito ngayon yung u1 prime. So, kailangan ma-solve si u1 para mawala yung first derivative niya. Integrate natin both sides with respect to x. So, integral ng u1 prime magiging u1 na lang. Paano ang integral ng tawag nito, secant squared x. So, labas nyo tong negative. Tapos, integral ng secant squared x dx, standard yan. Tan x. Okay, tan x. Meron na tayong U1. Okay. Next, ang hahanapin natin is U2. So, for U sub 2 prime, ito naman yung ating expression. Yan. So, determinant netong numerator, so product niyan, cosine x times secant squared x cosecant x. Then minus 0 times negative sine x. So, 0 pa rin yun. Product nito. Tapos, over, di ba? Determinant net ng denominator, same na lang na 1. So, paano i-evaluate ngayon ito? Bale, kasi yung cosine x times yung secant squared x, di ba? 1 over cosine squared x yan. Tapos, yung cosecant x, 1 over sine x. Tapos, wala na yung over 1. Ang matitira is, so cancel itong cosine x. May 1 over cosine x ka na lang, times 1 over sine x. So, 1 over cosine x sine x. So, yan yung natira. So, ito yung U sub 2 prime, right? Yan. So, para mawala yung prime or first derivative ni U sub 2, i-integrate natin both sides with respect to x. So, U sub 2 prime, pag in-integrate mo once, U sub 2 na siya. Maando na yung first derivative. So, the problem is, paano ngayon i-integrate yung 1 over cosine x sine x dx? Diba meron tayong identity? Recall. Double angle identity. Sine 2x is equal to 2 sine x cosine x. So, kailangan natin ng cosine x sine x. Ito yun. Okay? Divide ko to both sides by 2. So, 1/2 sine 2x na siya. Tapos, cancel ito. Sine x cosine x. So, ibig sabihin, pwede nating i-substitute dito sa cosine x sine x or sine x cosine x is 1/2 sine 2x. So, magiging 1 all over. Itong cosine x sine x or sine x cosine x, palitan natin ng 1/2 sine 2x. So, yung 1 over 1/2, marireciprocal si 1/2, magiging 2. Tapos, over sine 2x dx. So, pwede nyo na lang ilabas yung 2 kasi constant lang yan. Integral ng 1 over sine 2x. Diba by reciprocal identity, ang 1 over sine 2x is cosecant 2x. Which is standard formula na yan. Diba? Ano ang integral ng cosecant 2x? Kapag meron kayong coefficient dun sa cosecant sa loob nyo ng x, shortcut formula, integral ng cosecant ax. A yung constant natin which is yung 2. Standard to na ln ng meron tayong 1 over a ln ng cosecant ax minus cotangent ax plus c. Okay? So, bale, 2 times integral ng cosecant 2x, yung a natin is 2. 1 over a which is 2, tapos times ln ng cosecant a x which is 2x minus cotangent 2x. So, makakancel nyo na lang yan 2. So, therefore, ln cosecant 2x minus cotangent 2x, ito na yung u2, u sub 2. Yan. So, meron na tayong u1 and u2. Makukuha na natin yung yp. Therefore, yung yp ay, di ba, u1, y1 plus u2, y2. So, yp is, ano si u1? Si u1, balikan natin, ay negative tan x. Negative tan x times the y1. So, ano si y1? Cosine. Ito yung y1 natin, tsaka ito si y2. Copy ko na lang. Okay, for reference. So, y1, u1, negative tan x plus y times y1 which is cosine x. Then, plus u2, ito, ln cosecant 2x minus cotangent 2x times y2 which is sin x. So, yp is, so pwede nating isulat yung tan x as by identity sin x over cosine x. Tapos times cosine x plus, unahin ko na lang tong sin x, then times ln ng cosecant 2x minus cotangent 2x. So, makakancel natin yung cosine x. So, yp is negative sin x plus sin x ln ng cosecant 2x minus cotangent 2x. Okay, so kapag meron ka ng yp, pwede mo nang makuha yung general solution ng non-homogeneous DE. Palagi, y is yc plus yp. Y is, so ano si yc? Kanina, nakuha natin yc. Balikan lang natin. Ito, c1 cosine x plus c2 sin x. So, copy ko na lang. Then, plus the yp. Ito, negative sin x plus sin x ln cosecant 2x minus cotangent 2x. Anong napansin natin? Diba? Pwede nating i-factor out si sin x dito. Magiging c1 cosine x plus, so pag factor out si sin x, magiging times the quantity c1 minus 1. Okay? Tapos plus sin x ln cosecant 2x minus cotangent 2x. Kaso, pwedeng i-absorb ni c1 yung negative 1. Diba? Pag meron tayong naka-add, naka-subtract, naka-multiply, naka-divide, pwede yung ma-absorb. Ay, sorry, C2 pala to. C2. So, pwedeng ma-absorb ni C2 yung negative 1. Kahit ibalik nyo na lang yan to C2. So, therefore, yung magiging final answer, y is C1 cosine x, okay, plus C2 sin x plus sin x ln ng cosecant 2x minus cotangent 2x. So this is the general solution. Okay, using variation of parameters. Okay, problem number, ano na to? Number 5. Okay, sige. Next, let's have problem number 9. Hindi, number 6, no? 6 pa lang. 6. For problem number 6, d squared minus 2d plus 1 y is equal to e to the 2x over e to the x plus 1 squared. Yan. So again, f of dy is equal to r of x. Yan ang form ng non-homogeneous DE. So yung f of d natin is itong nakatabi kay y, function of differential operator d, d squared minus 2d plus 1. Tapos yung r of x natin, ito, yung e to the 2x over e to the x plus 1 quantity squared. Yan. So again, ang general solution ng any non-homogeneous DE is y is equal to yc plus yp. So hanapin muna natin si yc. So for yc, yan yung homogeneous DE part. Bale, equate natin tong d squared minus 2d plus 1 y to 0. Then solve natin yung general solution. Yan yung yc. So hanapin yung auxiliary equation. F of m is equal to 0. Bale, papalitan natin yung capital D sa f of d ng m. Magiging m squared minus 2m plus 1. Then solve for the roots. So factorable naman ito, di ba? Factors ng m squared, m and m, is si factors ng positive 1 kapag inad is negative 2. Negative 1, pareho. Okay, so ibig sabihin repeated roots na ulit eh. So equate each factor to 0, m minus 1 is 0, m minus 1 is 0. Pero silang root na, transpose nyo si negative 1 sa kanan, positive 1. So m1, m2. So kapag repeated roots, case yon ng homogeneous DE. Base sa naturo ko sa homogeneous DE, case 2. Repeated real roots. Ang form natin ng solution kapag repeated real roots ay yc is c1 e to the m1x plus c2x e to the m2x. Diba? So yc is, so c1 e to the m1 is 1, substitute, times x, plus c2x e to the m2, 1 ulit, times x. Or simply, c1 e to the x plus c2x e to the x. Yan. So kung meron ka ng yc form, mahanap na rin natin yung yp form. So by variation of parameters method, palagi yung yp is, so second order lang din naman tayo, highest derivative is 2. Meron tayong yp form na u1 y1 plus u2 y2. Hanggang 2 lang din yung subscript. So again, yung u1, u2, mga function of x yan. Hindi na yan constant. Yung y1 tsaka y2, okay, pwede nyo ngayong i-assign, ito yun yung dalawa, e to the x and x e to the x. Sige, ito na lang si y1, ito si y2. So let y1 be equal to e to the x and y2 be equal to x e to the x. Yan. So dahil second order nga lang din tayo, pareho lang din nung simultaneous equation for u1 prime and u2 prime para mahanap yung u1, u2. Ano yun yung kanina natin? y1, u1 prime plus y2, u2 prime is 0, and y1 prime, u1 prime plus y2 prime, u2 prime is r of x. So substitute natin si y1, e to the x times u1 prime plus y2, x e to the x, u sub 2 prime equals 0. Tapos yung y1 prime, derivative natin yung y1, which is e to the x. Anong derivative ng e to the x? E to the x pa rin. Okay, times u1 prime plus y2 prime. So, derivative ng x e to the x. Ano ang derivative ng x e to the x? Product rule. So, product rule, derivative ng st is s dt plus t ds. So, let's say ito si s, ito si t. So, y2 prime is copy the s, which is x, times derivative ng t, e to the x, dt derivative ng e to the x pa rin. Plus copy the t, e to the x, times derivative ng s, which is yung x, derivative ng x is 1. So, y2 prime is x e to the x plus e to the x times 1 or e to the x pa rin. So, yun yung isusulat natin dito na y2 prime. X e to the x plus e to the x, then times the quantity u2 prime equals, ano yung r of x kanina? Ito, copy ko na lang. R of x is e to the 2x over e to the x plus 1. So, e to the 2x over e to the x plus 1 squared. Yan. So, in matrix form, so yung coefficient matrix ay ito yung e to the x, x e to the x, e to the x, then x e to the x plus e to the x. E to the x, x e to the x, e to the x, x e to the x plus e to the x. Okay? Then times u1 prime, u2 prime equals 0 e to the 2x over e to the x plus 1 quantity squared. Yan. So, pwede na nating makuha yung u1 prime tsaka u2 prime using Cramer's rule. Okay, so for u1 prime, yung denominator is yung determinant ng coefficient matrix. Ito. Okay, determinant niyan. For the numerator, so copy ko to, yung denominator, pero papalitan natin yung column na to. Yung entry dito sa column na to, nung entry dito sa right side. Yung 0, e to the 2x over e to the x plus 1 squared. Okay? Yan yung u1 prime. u2 prime naman. So, same lang sa denominator ni u1 prime. Kasi yan yung Wronskian, di ba? Same palagi. Determinants ng coefficient matrix. For the numerator, copy natin yung denominator. Pero, this time papalitan natin tong column na to, yung mga entries dito sa column na to, netong same na ito, yung 0 e to the 2x e to the x plus 1 squared. So, 0 e to the 2x over e to the x plus 1 squared. Yan. So, pwede na nating mahanap yung u1 prime tsaka u2 prime. Evaluate yung determinants. So, for u1 prime muna tayo. ito yung ating u1 prime expression. Copy. So, determinant ng numerator. Bale, product nito, kasi 0 times x e to the x plus e to the x, 0 pa rin yun. So, 0. Then, minus product nito. X e to the x times e to the 2x over e to the x plus 1 squared. Tapos, determinant ng baba, o product nito, e to the x e to the x plus e to the x minus product nito, x e to the x times e to the x. Yan. So, simplify lang natin itong 0, wala na yan. Bale, ito negative, negative x. So, pwede na lang nating i-multiply yung e to the x times e to the 2x kasi same base, di ba? Bale, e to the x plus 2x, 3x, divided by e to the x plus 1 quantity squared. Tapos, all over, sige, distribute natin tong e to the x, magiging x, e to the x times e to the x, e to the 2x. Tapos, e to the x times e to the x, e to the 2x. Diba? Tapos, minus x, e to the x times e to the x, e to the 2x. So, pwedeng i-cancel to. So, ano natira? Negative x, e to the 3x, over e to the x plus 1 squared, all over e to the 2x. So, pwede nyong i-cancel ngayon itong e to the 2x saka yung e to the 3x, magiging e to the x na lang siya. Kasi 3x minus 2x, x na lang. So, ang natira is negative x, e to the x, over e to the x plus 1 quantity squared. Yan. So, ito ngayon yung u1 prime. u1 prime. So, para ma-solve si u1, alisin niyo yung prime by integrating both sides with respect to x. So, pag in-integrate nyo yung u1 prime, mawawala na yung prime or yung first derivative, u1 na lang. So, ang problem na lang is, paano i-integrate ang negative x e to the x over e to the x plus 1 quantity squared? Try ko integration by parts. So, using integration by parts, DI method. So, dapat nare-recall nyo yung integration by parts, guys, DI method. So, kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yung video ko sa DI method integration by parts, meron ako sa calculus playlist. Link ko na lang din sa description, panoorin nyo. So, bale, pipili kayo ng function ID derivative, tsaka integrate. Sige, ito, try ko tong negative x. Tapos, yung i-integrate, ito, integrable kasi yan. E to the x over e to the x plus 1 quantity squared. Tapos, lalagyan nyo ng alternating sign dito, plus, minus, plus. Okay? Diba, kapag DI method, pag meron kayong power of x sa derivative, pwede kayong mag-stop until ma-reach ang derivative na 0. So, try natin. First derivative ng negative x, negative 1. So, hindi pa siya 0. Ibig sabihin, pwede ka pang mag-differentiate isang beses na lang. Kasi derivative ng negative 1, magsi-0 na siya. So, stop ka na. Tapos, check natin kung madali bang i-integrate ng dalawang beses ito. So, sa first integral nito, kaya. Diba? Pag in-integrate nyo to, yung integral ng e to the x over e to the x plus 1 squared dx. Mag-usab ka lang dyan eh. Or sige, let w be equal to e to the x plus 1. Para dw, derivative ng w dw, derivative ng e to the x plus 1, e to the x dx. Diba? So ito na yun, e to the x dx. Bale, substitute, integral ng e to the x dx is dw over e to the x plus 1 is w, tapos may squared. So, w squared nasa baba kasi siya, so taas nyo, w to the negative 2 dw. So, power rule. Integral ng w to the negative 2, w to the negative 2 plus 1 over negative 2 plus 1. So, w to the negative 2 plus 1 negative 1 over negative 2 plus 1 negative 1. Or magiging negative, gawin yung positive exponent, bali bababa si w kasi negative 1 yung exponent niya, over w to the first, or negative 1 over w. Pero ibabalik nyo yung w as yung substitution e to the x plus 1. Yan. So, therefore, ang integral ng e to the x over e to the x plus 1 squared ay ito. Negative, lagyan nyo dito, negative 1 over e to the x plus 1. Tanong, pwede pa bang ma-integrate yung negative 1 over e to the x plus 1? Pwede pa yan. Isa pa dapat para may katapat si 0. Integrate nyo si negative 1 over e to the x plus 1. Ang gagawin nyo dyan, i-multiply natin both numerator and denominator by e to the negative x. I-manipulate natin. So, bale, negative 1 times e to the negative x, e to the negative x. Then, over, distribute nyo yung e to the negative x times e to the negative x, plus 1 times e to the negative x, e to the negative x. So, naging negative e to the negative x over yung e to the x times e to the negative x, diba? E to the, add nyo exponent, x plus negative x or x minus x is 0. E to the 0 or 1 na yun. Then, plus e to the negative x dx. So, mag-usab ulit tayo. Or, sige, let t naman. Let t be equal to 1 plus e to the negative x. Derivative ng t dt. Derivative ng 1 plus e to the negative x. So, yung 1 constant 0. Derivative ng e to the negative x is e to the negative x times, by chain rule, derivative ng negative x, negative 1 times dx. So, dt is 0 plus e to the negative x times negative 1. Bali, negative e to the negative x dx. So, di ba ito na yun? Yan. So, pag sinubstitute, integral ng negative e to the negative x dx is dt na lang. Divided by 1 plus e to the negative x, which is, yan na yung t. Ano ang integral ng dt over t? Standard, yan, ln t, right? Tapos, palitan natin yung t, balik natin in terms of x na 1 plus e to the negative x. So, ito yung integral. Ln ng 1 plus t e to the negative x. Okay, so yan yung ilalagay nyo dito, katapat ng 0. Ln ng 1 plus e to the negative x. Yan. So, kapag meron na tayong kompleto na derivatives and integral, sige, copy ko dito. Paano isulat yung sagot? DI method. So, product nitong diagonal terms, including yung sign convention sa gilid. Ito, tsaka ito. So, positive times negative x times negative 1 over e to the x plus 1. Ano yun? Magiging positive. Positive x over e to the x plus 1. Tapos, ito naman, negative times negative 1 times ln 1 plus e to the negative x. So, negative times negative 1, positive na yun. So, magiging positive ln 1 plus e to the negative x na lang. Okay, so therefore, ito yung u1. May value na tayo ng u1. Next, si u2 naman. For u2 prime, ano yung expression natin for u2 prime? Ito, copy ko. Evaluate natin yung determinant ng numerator muna. Bale, ito, product ng e to the x times e to the 2x over e to the x plus 1 squared. Then minus product niyan. May 0 ka, times mo sa e to the x, 0 pa rin. Tapos yung denominator, nakuha na natin to. Diba? Ano yung value niyan kanina? Balikan natin. Yung value ng determinant ng denominator, e to the 2x, diba? So, copy ko na lang. Pareho lang naman kasi yung determinant natin sa denominator. Para na tayo mahirapan. So, magiging ano yan? E to the x times e to the 2x, e to the 3x, over e to the x plus 1, quantity squared. Wala na yung minus 0, all over e to the 2x. So, baka cancel natin yung e to the 3x sa e to the 2x. Bale, may matitira ka pang e to the x. Kasi, bale, e to the, ma-minus nga 3x minus 2x, x na lang. So, ang natira is e to the x over e to the x plus 1, quantity squared. Ito ngayon yung u sub 2 prime. Yun. So, para ma-undo yung prime or first derivative ni u2, integrate natin both sides with respect to x. So, integral ng u sub 2 prime magiging u sub 2 na lang. So, paano ngayon i-integrate ang e to the x over e to the x plus 1? Diba nakuha na natin to kanina? Integral ng e to the x, saan yun? Ito, integral ng e to the x over e to the x plus 1 quantity squared. Ito, negative 1 over e to the x plus 1. So, kopyahin ko na lang. Negative 1 over e to the x plus 1. So, meron ka ng u1, u2, makukuha na natin si yp. Yp again, u1, y1 plus u2, y2. So, u1, ano si u1? Ito, copy natin. u1, okay, times y1. Ano yung y1? Balikan lang natin. Ito. Ito si y1, tsaka ito si y2. Copy ko na for reference. Pareho. Yan. So, u1 times y1 e to the x plus u2 negative 1 over e to the x plus 1 times y2 x e to the x. Sige, so distribute natin si e to the x. Bale, x over e to the x plus 1 times e to the x. Tapos, plus e to the x times ln ng 1 plus e to the negative x. Tapos ito, minus x e to the x times 1 over e to the x. So, over e to the x plus 1. Yan. May mako-combine ba tayo? Ito, makakancel, oh. Yung x e to the x over e to the x plus 1. So, ang natira na lang is e to the x times ln ng 1 plus e to the negative x. Okay. So, gawin ko itong, actually, kahit i-disregard nyo na yung absolute value kasi palagi naman tong positive eh. Parenthesis na lang, di ba? Ang gagawin ko, i-simplify ko, gawin kong positive exponent. Yung e to the negative x, yan ay 1 over e to the x, right? Tapos, combine na sa single fraction, LCD, bale yung 1, lagyan nyo ng over 1. Tapos, ang LCD ng 1 at e to the x is e to the x. So, e to the x divided by 1, e to the x, plus times 1, e to the x pa rin. Plus e to the x divided by e to the x, 1, times 1, 1. So, e to the x, ln, di ba kapag meron tayong quotient sa loob ng ln ng x over y is equal to ln x minus ln y. So, pwede natin itong gawing ln e to the x plus 1 minus ln ng e to the x. Okay, so distribute natin yung e to the x ln ng e to the x plus 1 minus e to the x ln ng e to the x. Pero itong ln e to the x, di ba, magiging x lang yan by inverse property. So, e to the x ln ng e to the x plus 1 minus e to the x times x na lang. Or dito ko na lang isulat. Yan. So, ito yung yp. Okay, yung yp. So, kapag meron ka ng yp, makukuha na natin yung general solution ng non-homogeneous DE. Y is yc plus yp. So, y is, ano si yc? Balikan lang natin yung nakuhang yc kanina. Ito. C1 e to the x plus C2x e to the x. So, copy ko na lang. Then, plus the yp. Ito. Plus e to the x ln e to the x plus 1 minus x e to the x. Pero anong napansin natin? Diba yung C2x e to the x minus x e to the x, pwede natin yang i-factor yung x e to the x. So, factor ko yung x e to the x. Tapos, i-add natin yung coefficient C2 minus 1. Right? Then, plus e to the x ln e to the x plus 1. Maa-absorb ni C2 yung minus 1. Parang kanina kasi constant. Diba? So, kahit ibalik na lang natin to C2. So, final answer, y is C1 e to the x plus C2 na lang times x e to the x, then plus e to the x ln ng e to the x plus 1. So, this is the general solution using variation of parameters. Gets? Okay, so nakasolve din tayo ng hanggang hanggang problem 6 pa lang, no? Sige, baka mag-part 3 na lang muna tayo. Mag-part 3 pa tayo, abangan nyo. Solve pa tayo ng more problems for variation of parameters. Okay, abangan nyo next time ha. So, follow nyo lang ako sa ating account para manonotify pag meron tayong video tutorials next time. And mag-subscribe na rin kayo sa ating channel, YouTube channel, Engineered Math. So, lilink ko sa description lahat ng mga past video tutorials natin para mapanood nyo, including yung pinaka-playlist natin for differential equations. Okay, para lahat ng mga video tutorials natin, simula sa unang lesson hanggang sa last lesson ng DE mapanood nyo. Para meron kayong video tutorials playlist guide from our channel, YouTube channel, Engineered Math, sa buong subject, buong course ng DE. Para pwede nyong panoorin anytime pag gusto nyong mag-review, pag mga major exams nyo na, quizzes nyo, or kung gusto nyo lang mag-advance study, pwede rin. Para makapasa kayo, ma-sure pass nyo na yung differential equations, i-marathon nyo lang lahat ng mga video tutorials natin sa channel. And mag-practice lang kayong mag-solve ng maraming problems. Okay, good luck sa mga nagte-take ng DE. So, kayang-kaya nyo yan, aral lang lagi mabuti. So, see you on my next video tutorial. God bless everyone. Padayon, future engineers. Bye-bye.